trick that I'll share with you. I can choose a better way with every little thought I think. If I wake up with a bad attitude, I fill my mind with gratitude. I give thanks for everything with every little thought I think. I can choose to be happy, choose to be free, moment by moment. It's all up to me, 'cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, and there is no doubt. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think.
Hello and welcome. I am so glad you're here. I'm Beth, a creator-based coach with CMH Coaching for Life. I'm here today to help you and those you love create a life you feel grounded and at home in. Think of a life where you feel peace, love for those around you, and in a flow with just enough challenge to keep you happy and creating something wonderful. Sounds like magic, but it's not. You can create that life every single day. You can have a life full of love, excitement, hope, and creation. Our mission at CMH Coaching is to flood the earth with light through compassion, mindfulness, and hope. And I'm going to ask a favor of you. If you like what you see and hear today, think of someone you know that would enjoy and benefit from this message. Our mission is to flood the world with compassion, mindfulness, and hope. Share this with them. But for now, this is time just for you. So settle into whatever you're doing and enjoy this time with the girls, where we create that one awesome, amazing, perfect life every one of us is seeking.
What you thinking? What you thinking? What you thinking? What you thinking? You gotta watch your thinking. Watch your thinking. Watch your thinking.
Welcome to A Creator-Based Life, episode 134. And I got to tell you, we are getting kind of big for our britches around here. Pretty proud. Yeah. I learned that 90% of podcasts don't make it to episode 100. And here we are, 134. Pretty cool. Can't wait till we make 200. That'll be really great. I was listening to a Jody Moore podcast a couple of weeks ago, and it was episode 530 something. And I'm like, hey, Jody, that's a lot of podcasts, but she's been doing it for 10 years. And that just makes sense. And boy, she's so good. Yeah. So welcome. I'm Beth Bittsane Brooks, the creator of The Creator-Based Way and CMH Coaching for Life. And I am joined by my two besties, also creator-based coaches and really amazing coaches in their own life, in their own right. Jen DeRoos. Should I call you Jennifer? I mean, it's always Jennifer.
Either is fine, just not Jenny. For some reason, Jenny is.
No, you are
Jenny.
so not a Jenny.
You don't look like a Jenny.
I was always in trouble if my mom called me Jenny, or not trouble. She was looking to give me something to do.
Oh, Jenny.
Trying to be endearing so that you'd come be happy to serve.
No.
Jenny. Okay. Well, Jen's a hypnotherapist and she is a great coach. And then we're here with Jacine Bonnet, who is a business coach and also awesome in her own right. So today we got on this topic last week. Sometime we were talking about purses, and we stumbled on what's your purse like that you carry. And so today we're going to talk about what our purses are like. You might even get some nitty gritty kind of down and dirty kind of information about the coaches' purses and how that reflects on how you're working your life purpose, because the bag you carry really does say a lot about you. So Jen, I'm going to start with you. Tell us about your purse.
It's interesting because I really thought about this in the times of my life. I've actually changed my purse probably 2 years ago to be a smaller purse because my purse was too big and it was hurting my back and neck. So I was like, that's interesting, kind of like the weight that I carry. What am I carrying around? And so I really pared everything down. So I feel like my purse has like the essentials that I need as soon as I leave the house. Because I remember growing up with my mom, and her purse was like, you had no idea what you were going to find in that purse.
Yeah, there might be a hamster cage in there.
Yeah. And And one of my memories was one time she was complaining about how heavy it was. So she
Mhm.
decided to dump it out. And I was just like,
Oh.
gum, all the stuff and everything, and like how many lipsticks did she have in there? But we had found that there was a hole in the lining that she
Oh,
it
man.
was like in the corner. It was like where the stitching, I guess, had come undone. And coins kept slipping in there. And so she would
Oh, heavy.
pull things out, and her
Yeah.
purse was still heavy because she had $20 of coins in the bottom of it that she so it was kind of funny. It's like, what weight do I carry around that's not necessary? And
Well,
so
and what hidden treasures are there
yeah. Mhm.
if you were to examine that, right? I mean, $20 in coins, that's not bad.
I probably exaggerate, but there was a lot
No,
of
but
coins.
you know what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
what hidden treasures are there in examining what you're carrying? And it sounds like to me, when you switch from a big bag to a small bag, not only did your shoulders feel better and your neck, but your trust level increased, that the things that you needed would be provided to you.
Just the needful things.
Just the needful things, right? Yeah. We were talking yesterday in Coaching Clear. One of the gals was having shoulder issues. And
Mhm.
that's what came up was when we were talking, what am I carrying on my shoulders that I could put down if I chose to? And so she worked through that. I'll hear next week what happened with it. But good for you, little bag.
Smaller,
And
smaller,
smaller.
not
Yeah,
little, smaller.
I've always wanted to be one of those girls that carried their phone in a wallet and just had that. And I just
I
not
can't.
there.
I just can't.
Not there. Yeah. Well, we live 20 minutes from anywhere, so I need to have my stuff with me. Or the other thing that came up in Coaching Clear yesterday is one of the gals carries a really small, like the wallet with the phone in it, really small, but she keeps everything in the console of her car.
Yeah.
So her car is her purse.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that was really fun to talk about. What about you, JC? What's your bag like?
Wow. It's when I was reading the Monday Morning Inspiration, I was just thinking about the stages in my life. Kind of like Jen, when I was younger and a teenager, I felt like I needed a little bit bigger bag because I wanted to carry I wanted to look good for the boys and like,
Yeah, I need all my stuff.
needed my comb and I needed my needed my lip gloss and mints and whatever else, right?
Curling
And,
iron.
yeah, pens, just all kinds of stuff. So anyway, I was thinking about that, and then I thought about when I became a mom, my bag was bigger, so it carried things that my kids might need because that's where I was in my life, right? I was responsible for taking care of these little humans.
Yeah, I carried a big backpack for a lot of years with my little humans,
Back-
diapers and
diaper,
blankets
yeah,
and clothes and yeah.
yeah, diaper bag, just all of those kinds of things. And um, even into the teenage years, I'd bring them projects like I'd have pens or crayons or something in my purse to keep them busy in case we got stuck somewhere and at an appointment or whatever. Just things to keep them busy. Now we have our phones. I mean, that was pre-phone era, and now I think as a mom, I'd probably give them my phone. Here, play,
Yeah.
play whatever. You're right here on my phone.
Right.
So my purse was much bigger at that point in time, and then I remember switching to just something that was really organized because I didn't like that bag of what is in here. I don't like
The chaos, like a
Yeah.
grocery bag of chaos. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like digging through things. So in my purse now, it's maybe a medium size, I guess, but it's very organized. Like I have little bags inside my purse, or I
Yeah.
have compartments inside my purse that keep everything organized. I know my coupons are here, my pens are here, so I have that's really what my bag consists of now. Maybe some gum, but it's not for me. It's the essentials of what I need right in that moment. It's not preparing in advance. I don't have Band-Aids. I don't have Cheerios. I do have a protein bar. I always have a protein bar.
Well, that's because you need to keep your balance. Yeah, that takes good care of you.
I do. So, yeah, when I was looking through the Monday morning inspiration, it was interesting to just look at, the Mother Teresa and how she would be the epitome
The
of a big,
big oversized bag because she was always reaching out and looking out for somebody else.
yeah,
And she had multitudes that she took care of in her organization. I think it's funny with Mother Teresa because she was an incredible businesswoman. Incredible. Like she could rival, CEOs here. She was an incredible businesswoman with managing the orphanages and keeping all of their outreaches going. She did all of that. But she was this little bitty, very humble, I didn't do anything important lady. And she really struggled with her self-esteem and her purpose years and years and with depression. But her oversized purpose, she in her heart really wanted to take care of every single one of the people in poverty or orphans or whatever was needed. Yeah. Big heart, oversized bag.
yeah. And
Yeah.
then moving through my life, and now where I am, right? I'm kind of in that medium-sized bag, which is like the Maya Angelou, which is interesting.
Yes, but you have to tell us the story behind the designer bags because I loved this. So, and I can relate because I went through a designer bag season too, and I'll come back. We'll talk about it later. But tell us the story of how you went from big to smaller designer, I mean.
Yeah, so I always had the bigger bag. And then on my 50th birthday, my son and daughter, and I always got my bags from Walmart or Target
Or
or
thrifted. I love thrifted bags.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I never did that, but and I had the same one for years and years and years, and they looked terrible. Yeah.
They
So
look like you carried them for years and years and years. Yeah.
I did, and it was fine. They weren't anything. But on my 50th birthday, my son and daughter-in-law decided I needed a designer bag, and so they bought me a Coach bag, and it was very organized and had specific pockets, and it was about this big, but it was everything that I needed. And gosh, when I washed it, it came clean because it's leather. I mean, it's real leather.
You could really clean it and it would last a long time.
Yeah, yeah. And I carried that around for a couple of years. And then they decided at Christmas that I needed a red purse for Christmas time. So they got me
Totally.
a red Kate Spade purse. And then I think the year after, so they started me on this collection of designer purses. And then I just get to change from season to season and have them be fun. But it
Well,
was
I
interesting.
if you think about the changes, that was another thing that came up in Coaching Clear. We had a gal who has lots of purses that was talking about and how they change by the season and they change by her outfit and they complement her shoes. And she loves that. I mean, it's who she is and it's how it works. And I thought when you start looking at the purposes in your life, if you're carrying a big bag, the season changes the purpose. You have an overarching life purpose, yes, but the season in your life really changes what your purpose is from years to years. And so the 50s, I got my first designer purse in my late 40s. Same way, my kids gave it to me for my birthday. And I just thought, oh my gosh, I have arrived. I have a designer bag. And I had a designer bag for a couple of years, but then I stopped carrying it because I was too worried about the bag to be comfortable when I was out. I'm used to just tossing it in a chair or throwing it in the shopping cart or whatever I'm doing. And I always kind of felt like this is money. I need to keep an eye on this and make sure that it stays safe. And so for me, it was more of a burden than the old backpack or whatever I was carrying. And so I didn't want to carry the burden, which I thought was really funny. I expected to feel cool, but instead I worried more about the bag than I kept me from being present. Yeah. But my purpose at that time, and the reason I got the designer and loved it, was because we were open nesters. That was the end of having kids at home and the end of the responsibility that I felt like I had to be looking after and the beginning of grandkids. And it was a transition piece for me to just be able to enjoy that indulgence. And they really wanted to indulge me. So it was cool. I loved it. But my purpose was narrowing before the grandkids came in it, you know. So I had
Yeah.
that kind of designer time in my seasons.
That's funny.
But the medium bag, the Maya Angelou bag, right?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
curated the bag, all the little compartments and the
Mhm.
balanced bag. What were you going to say about that? I'm sorry, I interrupted.
Oh yeah, just when I looked at the Monday morning inspiration, you talked about the danger of this. She embodied the calling of a woman who carries with intention, not too much, not too little, but enough to meet her needs and the needs of those she was sent to lift, which I think is really, really cool. And that really is right now, that's kind of the state of life that I'm in at this moment, you know.
Yeah.
Um, it's intention. So my intention is I may need these things and I may need, or these are the things that I may need to share. But um, it's, yeah, it's just a bag. And it's interesting because when I travel, I carry that billfold that my phone fits in, and that's it. Or I
That's
just
it.
have, yeah, or I just have a little wallet that has a few credit cards, my business credit card, my ID, and my phone. That's literally all I take when I go on business trips. I've got
Wow. I'm going to
my
have to get lessons
backpack.
from you next time I have to travel.
But
I'm
again,
not.
it's not about, for me, it is about function, and
Uh-huh.
is this functioning well for me? And I think if I look at that in my life, you know, is how is my life functioning? And is it functioning? What is the purpose and what is the function, right? So when I'm traveling, it's that purpose is I've got to get on the plane. I have to have my ID. Um, I have to I have to be able to buy food or pay for my rental car or whatever. That's the purpose. I don't need,
That's all you need.
that's all I need.
Yeah.
So,
That's so funny, JC, because when I travel, my of course I always have like a small wallet, but my purse gets bigger because I'm on a plane for
Right.
hours. I have my snacks, I have my water, I have my iPad, my books, whatever. I have all my
I
needs.
need entertainment. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
like so my purse gets bigger when I travel. It's so funny.
But then I have my backpack, right? With all of
Oh,
that
okay,
stuff.
okay,
So it's a backpack with my computer, all of those things that
okay.
I need for work. But like if I don't carry a separate purse, like I've seen other people that are shoving their purse in their backpack, and I'm like, why are you doing this?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
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 That's kind of fun. And then you've got the free spirit who just carries very little, the little phone. I liked Susan Pierce Thompson is a woman that I admire very much. And I loved her the freedom. She's very, at this point in her life anyway, very, very clear about what she's doing.
Mhm.
And she's very passionate about what she's doing, and she's very narrowed in and focused. And
Mhm.
that's what the little bag kind of reminds me of. Same
Simplify.
thing as you just taking just the phone on the plane
Yep.
because it's very focused. I only need it for this. This is what everything else is taken care of. I'm done. But
Right.
the clarity is really a peaceful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So looking at an overall life purpose, I wonder if the seasons of our lives when we've carried different purses reflect some of that, you know? For me, I'm carrying a bucket bag now. And y'all, I sent you a picture on Monday because I was heading down into the city to go have lunch with my grandkids, and it was hysterical. The bucket bag, it stood about this tall, was pretty big, red leather bucket bag, padded shoulder, heavy, two side pockets. Side pockets had my phone, my handkerchief, my fork for lunch with the fork side down. And then in the middle of the bag, that middle portion, the very bottom was only like this much was my stuff. And then all the rest of it was stuff for the grandkids, my lunch, more stuff for the grandkids, the birthday present. Everything was just jammed into this bag. And it was completely overloaded, which is what my day was like. It was really intense and really, really fun. I told you guys we had lunch, 3 different lunches at 3 different times because it was grandparent lunch day. And so all of that was in my bag when I started out to leave the house. And I was very grateful to just leave it in the back seat for the drive down to the city and back. But it just makes me wonder how much of our selves is reflected in our purse and where we're living right now. And what's it feel like to change into something bigger or smaller? You know? Really,
Yeah.
really interesting stuff.
What do I need right now at this point in my life? And I discovered that I thought I needed more.
I
And
thought I needed way more than I needed. Yeah. And like you, my bag has little zipper bags inside of it. It has the bag that has my oils and my lip gloss and a couple of other smaller things, in it, like nail clippers or whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's a bag that has my electronic stuff, the battery for my phone, a couple of cords. And then there's no makeup and no food or anything like that in my bag.
Yeah.
But each has its own compartment. And I think it kind of reflects my compartmentalized life a little bit. I'm in Honeygrove, I'm working on CMH coaching, or I'm working on the garden, or I'm working on the Airbnb, or I'm in the city, or I'm doing something for the church. And so each of those little bags represents a facet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I also found, as I was pondering this and I looked in my purse and everything, I was like, I'm finding just wadded up wrappers, receipts, and just lint and dirt in certain
That's
parts.
what happens to my wallet, because I'll pay and then I just stuff everything into my wallet and close my wallet.
Yeah. And so I was just kind of thinking, what do I need to continue, like on like a regular basis, clean out of my life? Like, do I need to do a lint check?
Yeah.
Like,
Lint check. I love that.
it's in my purse, but it's not serving a function because my purse is very function oriented.
Right.
Yeah, everything in it has a purpose, like you're saying, for something that I need. And so I'm all like, but I don't need these receipts. I don't need, this used tissue or, this lint ball or whatever it is, And so it was really kind of interesting. I found a nut. I found a cashew. I'm like, where did I come up with the cashew?
Come from?
Yeah, so it's like, So I'm like, maybe I need to, regularly look at what am I carrying that's just not necessary.
Yes. What am I carrying that is not necessary? And then there's the flip side of that, the risk. What am I running out of regularly that I might want to put in my bag? For me, that was a quarter. I never had a quarter. I don't know if you guys have Aldi where you live, but Aldi is a grocery store that parks all of their carts up at the front of the store, and each cart is locked to the next cart. And in order to unlock the cart, you slide a quarter in. This is the way they get around not having to have anybody do carts. And so it keeps their costs lower. Nobody comes out to the parking lot, and they don't employ cart pushers. So it's really cool because you push the quarter into the slot, it actually pops the lock out, and then you can get your cart and go into the store. But I never had a quarter. And
so do you get your quarter back when you put you
put your cart back, you plug in the lock, and it pops the quarter out. You take the quarter with you. But I use my card for everything. I don't usually have change in my purse.
Right.
And so I needed to add my quarter to facilitate purchasing groceries and taking care of my family. So it made me wonder, what else? Is there something in our lives that's like the quarter? The quarter is so small and it's only worth 25 cents. It's not a big deal. But is there something that we could add that would make a big difference like that, to be able to get the cart, to take care of the groceries, to bring the family their food, to help feed everybody? just that little 25 cent worth thing that we could change. Just a nuance.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, a nuance. Your I love you, I love you, I love you 25 times.
Yep.
That's a 25 cent thing for me. I
Yep.
can look in the mirror in the morning and I've stopped telling myself, oh my gosh, you look so bad. It's been a week.
You're rewiring that.
I
I
am.
know.
I'm
I've
rewiring it.
started
It's been a
doing
week.
it too. Yeah.
And sometimes by the time, because I'll put my other hand on the mirror and I'm like, I love you, 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 I love you. I make sure because it's me, I have to make sure it's 25 times. I only can get 15 times in before I need a breath. And then I laugh at myself. And so by the time I'm doing the last 10, I'm paying attention. I'm noticing things in my eyes. I'm noticing my heart. And I'm like, I'm thinking of Jen because to begin with, I'm cursing Jen because I'm, I love you. I love you. I love you. I just need to go get my tea. I love you. I love you. I love you. But by the time I'm done, I feel good.
Mhm.
And that practice is less than 1 minute. I'm sure of it. It's a 25 cent thing that pops my shopping cart out to get me moving in the right direction during the day so I can collect the goodness of the day. Yeah.
Mhm.
You guys have anything like that you can think of?
Yeah, I was thinking of, I love these little things that have sayings on them. And it's just I love to carry them in my purse. And this one was one that I got from a friend who just, when our dog died, because she was my sweetie, right? She just sent me this little thing and it says always with you, and then it has a paw print. And so like just these fun little reminders that it's just like there are angels all around you or whatever.
Always.
For me, those type of sayings. And Jen sent me like this little dragonfly, some stickers, and I have
Yeah.
one of those dragonfly stickers, and I just have that on a small little card in my purse that when I go to grab something in my purse and I see that, it just, for me, it brings me that peace and calm and joy. And it's just,
Back to presence.
yeah, and it's not even anymore. It's not, I don't think about thinking about it, right? But it's just automatic. I see it, I touch it, and it's like, oh, here we
It's
are,
like,
right?
there it is for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
My 10-second hug
Yeah.
from Jen.
Yeah, it's the hug. So something small like that, just as a reminder, is super simple,
Works.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is cool. That's really cool. I like these two. Just a self hug is a lovely thing.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're feeling bad, somebody hurt your feelings or you're overstressed or just, I got you, girl. We're good. We're good. And then just move on.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's all good. We're going to go to sleep. We're going to wake up in the morning and it won't matter.
Yep.
We're just going to do it. Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm. Yeah.
anything you want to share, Jen?
I'm just thinking, like, I think there's just a lot of those little things like that around for me. Those little practices that help you, kind of stay in that state or that space or take you back to that. Yeah. So I've got a lot of little ones. Yeah.
Noticing. I think as we notice, like noticing the cardinals in the yard, or those things that bring us back to God, to our creator, and they change our day because then we're aligned with him. Yeah.
Like
Or
kind of
I like things that make me thankful.
Mhm.
Something that I feel grateful for to see that. I have the coolest little planter. It's only about this big and it's square. And it has a succulent in it that's plastic because I cannot grow succulents to save my life. I can grow lots of other plants, but I kill succulents. I don't know why. But it's got a little snake plant succulent in it. But the reason I love it is because it's got a Volkswagen bus, just the head of the bus, the front of the bus on it. And then it says happy underneath. And it just sits next to the kitchen sink. And it was gifted. So I always think of the person who gave me the gift. And I feel grateful. And those little 25-cent gratefuls all day long, right? Those quarters of gratitude, they make such a difference to me. Keep me going. Yeah. is very cool.
Yeah,
Can you
gratitude,
share
remembrances, right? Just to
little
remember.
remembrances? Okay, so let's pull it all back together again. What could you add to your purse that's like the quarter to get the shopping cart out at Aldi? Something that makes your day more possible, but is small, and people would think it's insignificant, like Jen's lint balls, right? What could you add to your purse? And what does your purse say about your purpose right now in your life? And take that to your creator and do a little bit of conversation with him and see what comes of it. And we'll talk about this next week. But for now, how's book club coming?
Book club's good. We're going to finish the book this week since it's the last week. It's we just started off with a question last week, just and I'm trying to remember the quote that I brought up, but I think sometimes just leading a discussion when you're having a book that is there's so much information in it that sometimes it's overwhelming, which is not meant to, right? It's
No, it's not supposed to be, but it can be.
Yeah,
I'm right with you.
self-compassion, mindfulness, the mindful path to self-compassion. So that's really part of it is, we've talked about, oh, well, this is just overwhelming. Okay, how can you be more compassionate to yourself as you're going through this, right? Then it was just starting with, okay, well, let's just have a discussion. I'll come with a quote and let's talk about that quote because
that's
then
a great idea.
it doesn't feel so overwhelming. And then everybody, there's no guilt associated with it. Like, oh, I don't remember that part or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So that was kind of our focus this last week, and we'll do that again this week. And I just thought it was a really powerful tool to just have like a quote or two that each person brings that we talk about. So it was really good.
That's really cool. Well, any ideas what next month's book club will be? What the book will be yet?
I've got to talk to the ladies, but I think they're ready for just like a story.
Yeah, something lighter that you can just read and talk about the characters.
Yeah, I think they're ready for a story. But after that, I'm thinking for November, Brene Brown just came out with a new book called Strong Ground.
Yes, I saw that. It's brand new. Like it was just released last week.
It was.
I think you're going to read Strong Ground.
Strong Ground. And I started listening to it. Now it's available on Audible. And I started listening to that one. And it has a lot to do with what my business is, with the body and grounding and strengthening muscles and the purpose of each of those muscles. And then she is going to move into how that works, mind, body, and spirit. So anyway.
I think I need to go get it. Yes,
I know I'm getting it right now.
Yeah, I'm like, where's my Audible account? I need it. Does she read it herself?
Yeah, she is.
Yes, I love the way she reads. Yeah. That'll be great.
And then it also comes with a PDF. So I'll ask them if they want to do that next month or if they want to wait till November, but that's coming when
All right. Well, I'm going to order it and you can bank on us probably talking about Grounded in the podcast for the next few days.
Yeah, I'm like, it sounds like a book I need right now. So.
Sounds like one we would all benefit from. Yeah. And too. That'll be great.
Yeah.
Well, good. So when we talk next week, will it be November? I mean, October? Will it be?
It'll be October. Oh, no, because if we do Monday, we'll be back on schedule for Monday. So it'll still be the 29th. Yeah, it'll be the end of September.
I want you to notice this is a sweater. I have not had a sweater on my body since last March or April. And it is cool in Texas today. We had a really big old storm bring in a cold front last night. And I'm just going to wear sweaters going forward. It's the best. I love the change of seasons. I wish you all the best change of season. It's coming. New opportunities, all kinds of goodness. And then the holidays. Happy. Just happy times. So till next week.
Sounds good.
Thanks, y'all. See you soon. Bye.
I can choose to be happy, choose to be free, moment by moment. It's all up to me, 'cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, and there is no doubt. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think.
Hey, thanks for joining us today in A Creator-Based Life. I hope you felt that compassion, mindfulness, and hope you came seeking today. You can find more of it at cmhcoaching.com or on Linktree/CMHcoaching. Of course, any social media outlet, we're there too. Because you felt the benefit and light in this message, please invite those you care deeply about to join us. Help us to create a ripple effect across the globe of compassion, mindfulness, and hope. Then we can create a creator-based life together. Have a great week, y'all. We'll talk to you soon.
I just fill my mind with gratitude. I give thanks for everything. With every little thought I think, I can choose to be happy, choose to be free, moment by moment. It's all up to me, 'cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, and there is no doubt. Day by day I pave the way with every little thought I think. Day by day I pave the way